these dogs. Ranchers have been breeding them and stuff. They used to be, you could go to ranches around Portales and stuff, and there'd be greyhounds everywhere. When I was a kid growing up, everybody would take their greyhounds that wore out and had too many from the ranches, bring them to Roswell and drop them off in the poor part of town. They make a living eating out of garbage cans. And I used to drive down them alleys and pick them things up in high school, take them out rabbit hunting, see which ones could really run in the back of a damned old Plymouth car. And one time there was a guy had two guys wanted to have a mass race with two hot bloods. They said, "Do you have a relief dog?" I said, "Well, I know where I can borrow one." I drove down this alley and this little mouse-colored bitch with a deep old chest, a little old flank, grinning at you. She come up there, recognized my car, put her in the car, and they said, "Can she catch a rabbit?" And I said, "Well, we'll see. She'll help them dogs if they need help." So they jumped a rabbit. I took them out in the flat, and they jumped a rabbit. That rabbit's going to get away from the dogs. The dogs had done wore out. Well, they said, "Cut the bitch loose." So I cut that little bitch loose. She went about 50 feet and jumped another rabbit. Took him for about a mile, run him down, caught him, bringing him back to me. Another rabbit got up. She dropped that rabbit and went out and caught the next rabbit. And them guys were just shaking their heads. Anyway, I kept that little bitch for a long time. Built pens. She's a good little bitch. Run all day. But these dogs have been bred for ability for hundreds of years.
Long time.
This was a means the ranchers used to control coyotes.
Well, what are they? Greyhounds? Staghounds?
Well, they were a mixture. They might even have German Shepherd in them way back there somewhere. They breed a good ranch dog to a greyhound and breed them back to another greyhound, and they might have a little shepherd in them, a little Russian wolfhound, a little Scottish deerhound. But they keep testing all of them, and the ones that are really the best dogs are the ones they raise pups out of.
David put some pointer in some of his.
Yeah, I've even put pointer, English pointer.
Really?
They can run forever.
A lot of endurance and gives them some winding ability too, doesn't it?
Yeah, some of them guys got them quarter pointers.
Mm-hmm.
Half pointers, half coyote dogs. I bred a pointer bitch to a coyote dog that could really trail.
Yeah.
And I sold them to hog hunters, and they're winding, rigging son of a guns and fast, way faster than a cur dog. Well, the dog I had bred this brindle half Saluki, and I got some quarter Saluki, quarter pointers, quarter hot blood, and a quarter coyote dog. Well, the people that got them, they can find the rabbit with their nose and run the son of a bitch down. They can run forever. I was walking. I had German Shepherds when I was a kid, and all I could hunt was house cats and alleys in the poor part of town with them German Shepherds. Well, I run a lot of rabbits, but they never caught a rabbit. They couldn't catch a rabbit. And I was out walking them Shepherds in the country one day, and here come a guy over hill and had about 5 greyhounds and staghounds following him. I walked up there and I said, "Better be careful with these greyhounds. These shepherds will get them." He said, "You better be careful. Them greyhounds will kill them shepherds." I said, "Huh, they didn't look like it to me." Anyway, a rabbit got up, and I got to watch the first rabbit get caught. Them greyhounds run him down and caught him. I said, "God almighty." He said, "Yeah, I hunt coyotes. I'm just exercising them on rabbits." He said, "You want to go coyote hunting?" I said, "Man, I'd love to." Well, I used to walk from my house, or jog, 5 miles over to his house before daylight and beat on his window and wake him up, and we'd put him in an old car. And he put me in the back with them damn dogs, had the back seat out. And he'd chase them coyotes. out across them pastures, this old car, and the door would open this way instead of like a regular door. And when he'd get after a coyote, them dogs would get excited. He would too. He'd go spitting, beaching up tobacco juice out the window, and it'd fly in my face, and the dogs were shitting on me. I'd have shit and tobacco juice all over me. Then he'd jump them them goddamn mesquite bushes and everything, following them dogs at them damn coyotes. And that's where I got started hunting coyotes. From then on, every weekend I was there before daylight in the morning, beating on his window. Let's go catch a coyote.
Let's go hunt.
Hell, I'd run 5 miles every morning over to his house on the weekends. And then I hunted. His dad was quite a character. His dad hunted coons. He had coon dogs and bobcat dogs and fox dogs. His old dad was in his 70s. He said, you know, my old dad, I worry about him. He said, would you mind going hunting with him? I said, heck no. Anyway, I don't worry about that. Anyway, I started hunting with the old man at night and barning hay with his son during the day. The old man could go through salt cedars like smoke. He was an old Indian. He'd come up to one of them barbed wire fences and he'd just jump the damn thing. And
He was worried about him.
he followed mules every day, did people's garden work with a team of mules, little mules.
Oh, wow.
Well, I hunted with him for years, hunting bobcats and foxes and whatever. We'd get on that Pecos River in the winter, and they'd always tree on the other side of the river, be fighting something. We'd have to take our shoes off and roll our pant legs up and wade that frozen river, get on the other side, and they might have a damn porcupine or a skunk or no tell what they had. Might have a bobcat. But I hunted him for years, so I learned a lot about hounds from that old man.
Yeah.
When his young hounds, 6 months old, he'd neck them to them old hounds with a coupler.
Yeah.
He'd run them pups neck to an old dog, so he couldn't do anything wrong.
Keep him from getting in trouble.
Now, them old pups would put their damn neck over the back of the other dog and go through that brush so they wouldn't get tangled up. They learned to do that. And that's the way he started his pups neck to his old dogs. And I learned to tell whether they was running a coon, a deer, a bobcat by their mouths. Had one old dog, when a bobcat would get hot, it'd get real slobber mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, slobber mouth out of this world, just excited. And I could tell, you know, running a coon is going straightaway race. Bobcat kept circling around. The deer would go up off the river and then circle back to the river. You tell the way the race went, the sound of their mouths, exactly what they was running, and I learned a lot from that old man.
Boy, it takes a long time to learn that too, doesn't it?
Yeah, but man, we'd follow the hounds and we'd go hunting with some other coon hunters at different times, and they'd stay by the fire. Me and that old man would bust the brush all night. That old man was a going son of a gun. I did that all growing up. Then on ranches, I always kept greyhounds with me. And they'd ride on the feed truck. Break them off antelope and rabbits. They wouldn't jump off that truck on anything but a coyote. They see a coyote, they were gone. But that's what I did for years.
I'll be dang. Is that all country that you can drive out in and run?
All right, I've done 3 jackrabbits right in here just a while ago. Them damn jackrabbits, you jump one here, they'll double around and run through them.
There's an antelope right there.
Oh, we got antelope everywhere. You're back.
Big dogs.
That big white pup's 9 months old.
Wow.
He's 14. He's out of some sandhill dogs that can trail pretty good. And all these dogs got a nose.
They got some nose. That's that same brindle dog we seen out there. And where did he come from?
Higgins, Texas, up there in the Panhandle. He's out of the best
Smiley?
bitch that guy ever had, and he's out of a dog that they cost him $1,000 to breed to artificial. He's dead.
Oh, they AI'd him? Or
Yeah.
drew semen?
Yeah. If you want to breed that dog, you gotta haul him up to either to Blair or to somewhere in Kansas, vet school, and they'll breed the bitch. They'll actually cut her open and put the damn semen right in the damn eggs.
I'll be dang.
Bitch won't settle.
Take care of
Anyway,
it.
he's a pretty good dog. I want him for breed to.
You bet. What you got here?
That's a little Kimmer Curler. She's out of Old Fats. One of the best rig dogs I ever had. Good, gritty son.
For hogs?
Yeah. Bear and hogs both. Old Tommy White loved me. Here's a pretty good black stag dog. He's going to the Swenson Ranch. I traded him for a half brother to this big speckled dog right here. This is a good dog, but speckled dog,
This one got Saluki in her?
he's bred good. One of them's a 3/4 Saluki. Both of them are 3/4.
Okay.
One's a male, the other's female. That female, that's a little 3/4 Saluki quarter cow. He's the daddy of them half Salukis. Shit, he ain't worth a shit. I just like him. He'll catch a rabbit every now and then. He'll just keep in the rapes. When they turn the rabbit, he'll ambush that son of a bitch. But he hunts pretty close. He loves people.
Oh, yeah?
He don't act like a sleep. Here's a spotted pup I raised. He was a year old, 19th of April.
This one on the left here?
Yeah. He's a running son of a bitch. He's inbred real strong, real tight inbred dog. His brother was kind of a taller, longer dog, kind of slender, but there's so much you wouldn't let him eat. He's mean. I've been kind of working on him on that damn dominant shit. But he can damn sure will.
And the hairy dog? What?
She's had an old stag bitch. And had a
Oh, that's
deer
right.
down there.
You wanted to get that bloodline back?
Yeah, and then out of a dog there's about 8 Saluki that all the rest of that blood's that old human blood from up north. And the dog I had by old Houston, Milt Garrett's got her daddy. He's a hell of a dog. She's bred good. She's raised in a little pen, never got no exercise. But they had her on about 20 cows last year. And every cow she got better, she wants to fight the throat. These 2 little bitches here out of a hot blood bitch, good hot blood and adrenaline's or something. There's this little dog right here. Just rabbit dogs. I went out and pasture, she went over this 6-foot fence.
Go.
Out there and caught me and rode on the tailgate like you guys did. How you like this dog?
He's nice. He reminds me of that old dog my dad had called Ivan. Remember, he was part Doberman and.
Yeah. That's a cow getting son of a bitch. I did 2,000 for him when I got him.
Wow.
That bitch is a 6-year-old bitch. She won't have pups. We tried to breed her. I got her from a friend of mine. I traded him a good bred pup for her. Ready to start. I had her on some rabbits. That bitch there's a good bitch. She bites throat, runs off good. This yellow bitch can damn sure haul ass. She's out of. This brindle dog was that guy's second best dog. He was his second best dog. He run real close to that his best dog. After watching her run, I can see why. He said this second best dog. But anyway, that some bitch can run and run along.